Hi. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hi. Um, trying to go live every week, trying to, say, do what I said I would do. Um, let's see who's in here. Say yo to me in the chat. Hi, Primus. Good evening. Hello. So I'm doing some live readings for donations, information. Hi, Fontaine. Hi, Victoria and Zachary. I was thinking about you, Victoria. Oh, Zachary, I'm glad you are here. Hey, Chaos. Hello. I've been meaning hey, Katie. I've been meaning to email Victoria or you and let you know when we did the spirit circle, you came up with a name. And I remembered the name of my Aunt Betty's son was Tyrone. And I think you got like a T name, if I remember. So we did a spirit circle, which I'm going to do another one in December. Let me know if you guys are down for that. Yes, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure he died in the war. And I just found out this because when I talked to my Aunt Betty one of these many times I talked to her. And this is for anybody. If you listen to my podcast, I do a thing. I have a podcast called The House Medium. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live. I'm doing live readings for donations. I put the apps in, the links below to donate. I forgot to put in here intuitive. And I'll catch everybody up with what we're talking about. But I did like a spirit circle where everybody came to the spirit circle, got to practice their abilities. I helped everybody along, but everybody got to practice their own like abilities to read, right? And on my podcast, The House Medium, this is a podcast where people send in their paranormal stories. They email them to me at thehousemedium@gmail, and then I have them on. I read their emails, and then read your emails, and then I have you on and tell you what I see you experienced. Well, this was a spirit circle where everybody got to sit online and kind of see what they saw. It's very fun. It's very light. I had like dry ice in my drink. I tried to do dry ice, and we could keep it light and we keep it fun, and we get to see, everyone gets to try and see what they see, and everyone really, really did well. Well, Zachary, hi, Nate, Zachary saw somebody who sounded very familiar to on my podcast, The House Medium. I have my Aunt Betty, I have a segment on it saying Aunt Betty says. She tells me things that like are very wise and this and all that kind of stuff, and I share it. And I swear that Zachary saw her son. And I, for the longest time, when I talked to my Aunt Betty, which I talk to her often, for the longest time, I thought he died. Like I know he was unalived by Pew Pew, and I thought it was like an accident, but when I was talking to her recently, I found out she told me, no, this was like in the war. So when Zachary saw somebody who died in the war, he saw a spirit who died in the war, a person who died in the war. And I think you said his name was like T or something with a T. And I go, I think his name is Tyrone. I'm pretty sure his name's Tyrone. Anyway, I remembered his name. So pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. Practicing talking to the dead. Hello, Nicolette. Hello, Nicolette. So I've been getting some. So do you remember that, Zachary? So I've been getting some like really awesome the bomb. Does everyone remember the bomb? Oh my gosh. Is it, he does. He does. Okay, cool. Does anybody remember using the bomb? I feel like I haven't heard that. That's the bomb. Ugh, God, that was a nice reference. Anyway, I've been getting some really awesome emails for my podcast. Everything was the bomb. Oh, no, that's very validating. Yes. So thank you, Zachary. I really appreciate it because I can't really share it with Aunt Betty. She's really open to things, but I don't think she's that open. But I appreciate it. And I've never met him or anything, obviously, because he's way older. But do you ever remember the 90s, the bomb? Anyway, uh, oh boy. How come the 90s feels like really old now? Um, it is, right? I hate to tell you guys this, but the 90s is old. Oh, got you, Victoria. Got you, Victoria. Got you, Victoria. Thank you. Um, it it was. It's a long time ago. What about all that in a bag? Oh my god. All that in a bag of chips. That is really bad. That's really bad. I just saw an ad for Vintage Shop that specializes in 90s clothes. Now you know how I feel because I'm from the 80s. Now you know how I feel because I'm from the 80s. And and when the millennial generation started talking about the 80s and vintage, I was like, okay, it's over. It's over. And now I see millennials upset because the Z generation is talking about the 90s. Me too. It made me sad. And they're like, oh my gosh, I feel old. I'm like, okay, well, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Do people say can't swing a dead cat and not hit? What? What is that? What is that gnome runner? What is that some southern thing? Is that is that some southern thing? What, what are you talking about? That I feel like you're talking some southern thing because I'm from LA. Here's one thing I've noticed. That's a California thing. That is not a California thing. I am from California. I am born and raised. No one has said anything like that ever. What part of California are you living in? In some the mountains? He swears it. LOL, he swears it. Who swears it? Is this Zachary? Is this Zachary saying this? Is that gnome runner is Zachary? Because I am from California. Nobody has ever said can't swing a dead cat and not hit. Never, ever have I have heard this saying. I feel like you just made that up. For something that is common, you can't swing a dead cat, not a hit, whatever there is too much of. Whatever there's too much of. I have heard that phrase, but I'm near DC. Yeah, this is not a California thing. This feels very much more like a somewhere else, not California. California, it was bad. That's bad. That's tight. That's sweet. That's tough. I'm from San Bernardino County. Uh, well, that explains it. No, runner. I mean, no offense. No offense. But that might explain it. That might, you know what I'm saying. Um, let's pause for San Bernardino. Okay. We said a prayer. Have you heard the devil is beating his wife when the sun is shining down during the rain? Why are you making me say these things? I'm going to get banned on TikTok. No, I have not heard of this. Again, I feel like where the what? These are long sayings. It's too long. This is this is too what? These are too long. That is a southern one. I freaked him out with. Yeah, that is definitely southern. That's a southern thing. The devil is beating his wife when the I don't know. I don't have it to do with southern. When the sun it's because it's long. When I've noticed southern sayings are too long. You might as well be like writing a whole paragraph. You might as well just be like, and then he went out the door and he took a cab and then turned around. I mean, it's too long. California, LA things are very simple. That's bad, that's tough, that's sweet, that's tight. Let's roll, Oh, wait, I gotta read this before I read out loud with instructions. What? Couldn't pour piss out of the boot without with instructions on the heel. These are long. These are these are all right. I got you, Fontaine. These are very long. Couldn't pour piss out the boot instruction without instructions on the heel. These are hilarious. I feel like you guys need to okay. Please email me these so I can read these on the next podcast. This is going to be my I'm just going to keep adding making up my own segments cuz I love stuff like this. Couldn't pour piss out a boot with instructions on the heel. Okay. Okay. This is very long. I mean, will do. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. I got you Fontaine. Fontaine. Got you. I've got a million of them. My mom is from Alabama. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is the thing I will say about Southerners. They have things to say, lots of things to say in a very creative way. And it's like insulting you, but not insulting you. Does that make sense? Yes, we do. Like, that's the one thing I love about the South is like they're saying something to you and you're like, I think they just insulted me, but they're like really nice about it. Okay, darling, if that's what you like to do, I hope you have a nice day. And you're like, wait a minute, did she just tell me politely insulting you? Did she just basically tell me that's lame? I'm lame? Are you gonna wear that dress? Yes, this is the dress I have to wear. I mean, this is what I have. Oh, well, if that's the dress you want to wear, then I mean, just by all means, go ahead. Go ahead and wear that. Hope you enjoy your day. And you're like, what just happened right now? Does she like my dress? Wait, I don't think she likes my dress. She asked me if I'm gonna wear. That's what I feel. That's so you. Is it, that's so you. I've even said that. Who has said that? Raise your hand if you said that. I've said, "Do you like this dress?" People said to me, I go, "Oh, yeah, that is very you. That's so you. That is you." I mean, because what else can you say when you know you're not going to wear that dress ever in your life? But you can't hold somebody back. Anyway, we went off on a whole tangent. Anybody have any paranormal stories before I do some readings? Any stuff happened to you this week? Anything cool stuff happened? I taught a dream course. Nicolette was in it. And it wasn't a course, it was just a one-day class, and people had some cool ass dreams, and we talked about some cool ass stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff came out in that class. So that was fun. That was a fun one. I'm doing a psychic development 101 coming up. And my ET class, I'm waiting to hear. This will be the last one this week. What kind of stuff people might have experienced this week. Anybody have anything to say? Before we get into our first reading, which is going to be Victoria. I think some spirits woke me up tapping on my wall today. You got to be careful, Katie, because sometimes you don't want to read into everything. It's kind of not. You got to make sure you do logic first. You know what I mean? Is your mediumship circle the same as a medium gallery? No. Um, A medium I don't it's not a medium circle, it's a spirit circle, and it's where everyone is going to practice. I'm not reading everybody for everybody. Everyone, it's what's so cool is that people surprise themselves that they were able to see things themselves. And what was really cool is I call it ping, is that somebody would see something and then someone would see something else and then someone would see something else. And then all together, everyone got the story. Like I see this man, I see this happening. Like we had a couple come in and everyone was able to help that couple because everyone got a piece of the story. It was very, very cool. Yeah, no one was on the other side. It didn't sound like an animal. It's perfectly. Yeah, I just think you got to be really, really careful because there's a lot of times that things can be logical. The spirits aren't doing stuff like every minute all the time. And knocking on the wall, I you just got it's just my intuition tells me you just got to make sure sometimes things happen. Oh yeah, that was so cool. We should do it again. Yes, I'm going to do one in December. Um and we'll try it again. Yeah, you just whenever you're dealing with paranormal stuff, in my experience, it's just not stuff happening all the time every minute, and it isn't really that aggressive all the time. That's kind of rare, and it's far and few between, and there's lots of times you don't know everything that's happening in your house every minute. I've been asking the flying thing before I fall asleep. And last night I just felt like my body was relaxed and got better deep sleep. Not sure if that made a difference. It's a beginning because getting into a deep sleep, we were talking about in the dream class about flying. Who's had flying dreams? They're my favorite. And I was teaching them about how to get started flying in dreams. I did an oracle reading for myself the other morning and told me to go slow. I ignored it and hurt my arm painting. Well, gnome runner, you should have went slow. That's pretty clear message. Clear message. Mhm. Yeah, flying in dreams is awesome. It's a great way to connect to that realm. Anybody have flying been fly in dreams? I've been flying in dreams since I was a kid, and it's really one of the coolest ways to feel connected to the other realm. So, what I would say, Nicolette, is that's kind of a beginning. Katie, by the way, this is Katie from Great Trend, and that knocking was something of I know who it is, but I'm just telling you, like sometimes that's why I know who you are, which is why I'm telling you this, because sometimes you go a little ungrounded and you got to stay grounded and um not think everything is paranormal all the time. That's how you stay grounded. If I thought everything was paranormal all the time, I there's lots of things that I can not explain, and some things that I know are probably logical, and you just can't live in that all the time. And it just doesn't quite, I can see, right? So don't forget that. And I just don't see it as that. But it doesn't have to, you don't have to agree with me. Dreamed a lot of flying when I was a kid. It was flying though almost frustrating. It was yeah. So premise 101, I'm telling you, yes, that's how it is when you're a kid. It starts off slow and you gotta practice it. Like when I first started flying in dreams, it was like I was swimming and I was just off the ground. And then it was really like slow. And I'm telling you, I did it almost every night for most of my life. And then it got to a point where I just put my fist up in the air and then I'm like, you know, oh, yes. Okay, Katie, you're talking about remembering who, but I know you. You You have the same name in everything, so I remembered. Um, yeah, so, I was inches from the ground. Yes, that is the beginning of learning to fly. So I practiced it every night, almost every night, and now as an adult, I just put my fist up in the air and I shoot up. That's after years and years and years and years and years of flying, but so you gotta keep at it. Gotta keep practicing. And I just shoot up. A matter of fact, I was telling everybody in class that I fly so much in dreams that it would become so like real to me that in my dream I was like, why am I even driving? Why am I driving anymore? Why have I not remembered I can fly everywhere I want to go? Wow, yes. I used to dream of flying all the time until a couple years ago. I started dreaming that I had to jump off something, but I was too scared. During COVID, I finally took the leap and everything was fine. Right. You know, when you stop flying is when you get pretty grounded here or you get caught up in the mundane here. When I became aware in dreams, I'll make sure to practice only happens sometimes. Yeah. So what Nicolette was talking about is I was telling people if you, as you're falling asleep, if you're like, okay, I have the intention to fly tonight, I want to fly in a dream, then that's a way to get it going. All right, let's get to Victoria because she's like, I've been here for like a half hour, Dayla, and you haven't done my reading yet. So let's get to Victoria reading. What who would you like to connect to? You're doing a medium reading. So if you're getting a medium reading, then you're going to say who you would like to talk to by your relationship to the person. So I don't need a name or anything. Intuitive reading, you're going to say what subject matter you would like me to look at. Let me know what pronoun you would like me to refer you to so I can respect that and all of that. I just lost a former coworker. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Is that male or female? Or what's their pronoun, I should say? Male. Okay. Okay, let me connect with him, okay? He, him. All right. All right, so I'm going into a reading now. There may be an ad that comes up. YouTube makes me do it. So don't be mad at me. So I see, hold on a second. So I see somebody who's very excited. He says that his passing was pretty sudden. He didn't actually feel like he knew this was happening. Um, it's kind of like the first thing I feel from him is like somebody who's really anxious or very excited. And also I feel like a immense frustration, very much frustrated, almost like he was done wrong or something was done wrong by him. Like I feel very alone. I feel like I can't get anybody to listen to me. It almost feels like when someone's like, I can't get anybody to listen to me and know what I'm going through and what's going on with me. And he feels kind of like icky. So there was something going on with him and he didn't quite know what it's almost like he couldn't get a medical person to really help him. There was something going on with him and he couldn't get the help he needed. So he's very he says that it's kind of horrible because he feels like when you get older, everyone just chalks it up to like you're old. Oh well, you should live like better. You should have, you should You know what I mean? Like, he kind of feels like you get treated like, "Take care of yourself better, you should know better," or something. He feels like everything came crashing. His health was getting worse and worse and worse. He does admit he didn't do the things that he should have done to take care of himself. Um, so he says that is true, but he also doesn't feel like he was treated right, and he was kind of abandoned by medical. I feel like when I'm him, he keeps saying like his heart and his chest was always, oh, that scared me. Because I forgot I kept this on. I have you, Stephanie. Um, his heart and his chest was always hurting. So he kind of is talking about having like chest pains and difficulty in that area. Okay, so what is he talking about, Victoria? Or Tori for everyone else who sees her? Name. Do you know what he's talking about? By any chance? He also says that he feels sorry for everyone he left behind so quickly. It was sudden and we don't know exactly happened. I can say that when I felt like him, I felt like I was hyper, like if somebody's on speed or something. That's what it reminded me. I've never done speed, but it does. There are rumors of relapse. There you go. That's what I was going to say. I've never done that type of drug, but I don't know what that feels like, but it reminds me of taking a lot of coffee, drinking lots of coffee. I suddenly felt like really hyper, and I felt like, anxious, and it definitely felt like a little bit scary. He's saying that he was trying to get help and he didn't feel like anybody was really helping him. Um so he just kind of, yeah, he kind of relapsed. He was found in the bathtub with water still running. That's all I know. Yeah. I don't know if you know what his drug of choice was, but I feel like it was very much like I feel hot and cold. Um, I think it was a few things. Definitely hear him saying he went on a binger. He just kind of went for it and he started to feel his heart like beating out of his chest. Like, I don't need him to make me feel that because it feels horrible. And he was trying to do something about it by going in the bathtub. Absolutely looks like he OD'd. That's why he's saying that he felt like he was trying to get people to help him. He was trying to get people to know what was going on with him. And I know he was having a lot of stress and high blood pressure. He was, but what he was taking wasn't helping. It wasn't helping at all. So, and when he says he was trying to get help, I feel like what he's saying to me is that I was trying to get people to realize that I couldn't like stop it, like he couldn't resist, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like the feeling of like I just couldn't stop it. I couldn't resist. I couldn't get it under control. So it feels like everything kind of spiraled. Yeah, it's the I guess the sad thing I get over and over is like when you just feel like the addiction, has a hold of you. Like, and he just couldn't say no. He apologizes. He knows that he feels like he let everyone down or disappointed people. They're not going to really tell you because they're trying to kind of protect him and not make him look bad. He's sorry that that's what happened. He was huge in the local recovery community. He's very feels very bad, but he says he kind of has a mantra right now that maybe people should realize that you can't put pressure on people who've recovered. Like, he kind of felt like pressure, you know what I mean? Like, he needed to be the name of it, he needed to be the voice of it, and You know what I mean, like the poster child of the recovery person. And he's like, I had emotional issues, I had mental health issues. And he says to you, Tori, he says, maybe if you can do this, there should be a message that you can't just look to people to rely on. And that's what I felt, by the way. That's what I felt. I felt like this anxiousness of like, no one understands. I'm going through this. I'm going through things. I can't like it's almost like if you're being the poster person, then who do you go tell that you're having a hard time? You know what I mean? Like, he didn't feel like he could go to someone unless he went out of his community into another state or something to say that he was struggling with wanting to go into he was the one who was helping everyone else. Yeah, and he had nobody helping him. So what he says is that things need to change. Like, there shouldn't be the godfather, of recovery. There needs to be like checks and balances and people checking in with the people who are helping, and he says that's his message tonight. Let's see what song he plays for fun, okay? Let's see if he gives us a song. I know if I play songs really quick, um, YouTube won't punish me. So here we go. Ready? Oh, okay. You can't hear. This is Clementine. 50 states, 50 lines, 50 cryings all the time, 50 boys, 50 lies. 50, I'm going to change my mind. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. Now I'm feeling different. Hi, Belle Lopez. You hear it? I love this song, actually. I don't know if this makes sense. We were young, we didn't care. Is it gone? I don't know, it keeps like I changed my mind. I wonder what that's about. All that time wasted. That's the name, that part. All that time wasted. All that time wasted. I wish I was a little more delicate. I feel like it's about regret. Yeah. Kind of feels like a little bit about regret. Interesting. Interesting, right? Got you, Melissa. Yeah. Oh, I think his message is really good, though. I think you should take that to like a suggestion to your people, like we have to check on the people who are helping people, psychologists, mental health people, therapists, even people who do the work I do. Everybody needs somebody to go to, like who's helping the people who are helping. That's a lot of pressure to be the poster child, the poster boy for recovery. So that means if he feels like he's slipping, who does he go to? It's interesting. Thank you, Tori. I think he's trying to like tell you, help bring this message, and that since you're in this work, maybe you can be a part of the change. Okay, let's go to Steph Fontaine. After Fontaine will be Stephanie. Fontaine's getting a medium reading as well. It does make perfect sense. Like it totally, totally, totally makes sense. Like absolutely. I've heard that saying before, like who does the therapist go to, right? Your dad. Okay. Have I talked to your dad before? I think I have, right? So remember everyone, if you're going through like recovery, if you have, you feel like you're struggling in that way, it's okay to not be in this perfect place. This is your dad? This is your biological dad? Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think that was a really good message. Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining. Remember, all the stuff that I do is on AdelaLavine.com. I also have a podcast called The House Medium. Feel free to like and share this live. And also, I have a Patreon that a lot of you are on, and that I post things on there, a lot of things on there, like daily energy climates. And I just posted, if you guys are on my Patreon and you haven't checked, if you haven't been on there, I just posted 2 new videos. I try to do a video about tips about inspiration and a meditation for inspiration, and my Discord. Thank you for reminding. And I have a Discord. The Discord is for people who take my classes a lot and they want to talk to each other. And also people who just like go on my podcasts and things. I just want people to be able to talk to each other. I try to butt out of my Discord. I see Katie likes to talk on there, and Angie and stuff, and other people. So I try to let you guys talk to each other rather than me jumping in. I just post some things sometimes, but I try not to rattle, let you I try to let you guys talk. Okay. All right, so let's get to Fontaine, your dad. So this feels kind of heavy. The person I see is saying that they've tried to get your attention a few times. There's kind of like, oh, hold on a second. Did you have a difficult time with your dad, Fontaine? Because this person I feel is a little bit angry. He's talking about his passing, saying it was he felt like he wrongfully died. I just want to make sure I have the right person, because if it's not the right person, I will send them out. Ooh, yeah. I gotta calm his energy down because I don't really like the way it's coming at me. Um, he said he's sorry, but he's very angry. Feels like he wrongfully died. Um, I don't think so. You don't think so? Which part? You don't feel like he wrongfully died, or you don't think he's angry? Because maybe it's the wrong person. The person I see is saying that it was an accident. Yeah, I don't really like this feeling. I'm going to push this person out. This may not be him. I'm going to push this person out. Yeah, I'm going to push this person out. There's somebody popped in. Whoa, I did not like that. Maybe we should light some incense, everybody. I didn't like that one. I did not like that. And that hasn't happened in a long time. This person, like, feels like they maybe are connected to your father or something. It was odd. That was an odd one. You guys are like, what the hell's going on, Dale? Every once in a while, somebody pops in who shouldn't be here, and that happened. So here we go. Let's clear. This is a little stick incense. This isn't my go-to. Okay, I'm gonna push this person out, Fontaine. Who is the hell is interrupting this reading? I don't like that. I do not like that. And now my lighter won't light. Okay, here we go. I think I just need a new lighter for sure, but okay, let's start over. This rarely happens to me, so I think it's interesting that happened. on your reading. Interesting. Okay, let's get start over. So I'm pushing that person out. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Now I feel like I see somebody much more calm. I don't know. I feel like that person had something. I don't know if this was like a friend of your dad's or somebody that had a connection with your dad, but that person was saying they wrongfully died, like it was done to them. Okay, the person I see now is saying that he knew what was happening. He knew this was coming. That was really weird, right? He knew that he kind of had some issues before, and he's not surprised this is how he died. He was having some health issues, and he kind of felt like the hand, of death kind of came for him, and he wasn't surprised. It's really interesting the way he showed it to me. He he felt like he could have done something more to prevent it, but he didn't, like, change his ways, change his diet, change his way of living. He keeps talking about the month of April. Um, yeah. So if you can, guys, do me a favor, as I'm reading, talk to me and let me know if this makes sense. I know a lot of readers don't do it that way, but I do, so I can know if this makes sense to you or not. But he's talking about the month of April, and he's saying it's his birthday. Okay. So yeah, there was some guy in front of him that he was kind of like, I didn't like bring that guy forward, but this guy was like jumping in on his reading. Um, yeah, so I'm still asking for Saint Michael and this energy to push that out and to close that energy. Let's just talk to your dad, his birthday. He's saying that he's sorry, that, he wishes he would have taken better care. I don't know. That's crazy, man. I don't know. That crazy, man. I don't know the meter Fontaine. He like crashed your reading. That was not cool. That really, whew, okay. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Okay. So your dad, this energy is very like calm and just like, he says that he could have done some things to prevent his death, and he didn't, and he's sorry. He's also showing me you and him dancing. Like, you look like a little girl. It reminds me of like being at a wedding or something, and he's dancing with you. I don't know. There's like a picture. I feel like your dress looks pink in poofy, but not pink, pink, pink. Like, that kind of light, 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 almost white pink. And you're dancing with him. It's a picture. Yeah, he keeps showing it to me. He also says that he wants to say that he's sorry that most of the time he was in and out, or something about like he felt like he didn't really get a chance to really pay attention to you in life as much as he wished. Something like that. Like, life was always hectic for him. It's like he's showing me his hands, and that he worked with his hands, or he built something or did something, and that he felt like he was kind of always having a hard time. I can't think of one, but I will look. My sis also said is here, so she can check too. Okay. Um, yeah, I got you, Lorena. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting because he feels like he's apologizing. Oh, something about building. Sorry, back to what he was saying. He was building something with his hands, doing something with his hands. Um, he's saying that like he built everything himself. He worked hard himself. The picture that I see, just so you guys know, it almost looks like he has a blue gray suit on. You have like a light pink. You look like white almost, and you look like around 7 or 8, and it's a picture. It's very clear, unless this isn't a picture of you and this is a picture he's showing me he likes, but it could be like a painting or something if I'm wrong that is not you. Anyway, he's saying that he always felt like he worked really hard. He wants to remind you to remember that don't work yourself so hard. Like he always felt like working hard, just going would pay off. And now he realizes since he's passed and he's in the other realm that if you don't stop and enjoy life, because he didn't feel like he did that, he kind of put off like enjoying life. He was like, work hard, work hard, work hard, enjoy life later. And he wants to tell you not to think that way. He feels this led to his health problems. Does this any of this all make sense? Did you guys all see that like rando person that came in and interfered with Fontaine's those are spirits can do that. They can kind of crash a reading and kind of and do something like that. Usually they're friendly. They're usually not so aggressive. Let's do a song for Fontaine while she helps validate any of these things that he said. He did work, but not with his hands. He kept saying that he built something up himself. So did he create his own business or something? Because whenever a spirit is insistent on something, I don't change it to make it fit. I stick to what they're saying. And he's very insistent. I built my own thing. He's showing me all the books, like, if you keep the books and paperwork, and he's saying, I built my own thing. I created my own thing. He keeps insisting on that. So, my dad built everything. Oh, your stepdad. Do you think that's what happened? Do you think I got both of them? Are they both talking? What did your dad do? But my dad did oh, okay. What did your dad do? Because he's very insistent that he created his own thing. Like I created my own thing. I created my own thing. I was working hard. I worked all the time. I built my living my life from the ground up. So he's very insistent. Did they not like each other? Your dad and your stepdad? Is that the problem? Was that the fight I was seeing? Like what is going on here? Cuz I don't know. It feels a little bit like something's going on. Cause I definitely hear they got along. Okay, then that's not the crazy guy then. Okay. So the crazy guy is nothing to do with it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, did I read this wrong and maybe the crazy guy had something to do with it? No. Okay, so the crazy guy has nothing to do with it. Okay, so that's cool. So leave that. But this person is very insistent that he created his own thing. And then he says something about my dad could be bummed that he passed, but I'm shocked if he's acting crazy. Yeah, I don't think no, it is definitely not your dad. That was a like totally different energy. As soon as I got rid of that energy, I saw like a real kind of like you said, kind of like, oh man, but he does want you to know that the afterlife is not what he thought, that the afterlife is actually very lovely, very loving. People were welcoming. There's no judgment here. He felt welcomed and loved and not like what he was taught. The reason why he keeps insisting that he built his own thing because he said he wanted to leave that to you guys or pass that on or something like this. So I'm telling you, can you explain this? Because he's at a desk, he has all these books and paperworks, and he's saying everybody has to work this out. And he says, don't forget to remember him in the month of February. Let's see what song we get. Interesting. Bittersweet Symphony. Huh. It's interesting. It's a great song. Because it's bittersweet sympathy, that's life. Trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to the money, then you die. Isn't that what he was talking about? That's the lyrics. It'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, that's the one takes you quick. He was talking about like living, right? I love the song too. Sorry it sounds so bad, but he worked for many jobs for the people. Yeah, but he built his life. He's talking about what this song is, Fontaine. He built his life. He had to work. He had to build everything. Do you see what I'm saying? He had to build everything, and he said he had to work and work and work, but he didn't take care of them. You hear the lyrics? Are you not getting it? You're being literal. Trying to end make men's eat. You were a slave to the money, then you die. You see those lyrics? I'll take you down the only road ever been down. You know, the one that best takes you to the places where all the veins meet. Yeah. No change, I can change. So that whole song is about like that was the first lyric. So he's trying to say, don't just work. And this is a message for everyone. Don't just work. He feels like his working and all the stuff he was building and working gave him bad health, led to his health not being well. And he's saying, don't follow in that when he was alive, he would say, work hard for what you have. And now he's saying, don't forget to enjoy life, to rest, to like take time. That is something he regrets he didn't do. That's it. I hope that made sense. Okay, Stephanie, you're next. You see, because he kept saying like when someone says they weird question to like, can you dream of spirit years before the person dies? Yeah. Um, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't understand what that means. You need to be more clear on that question, a little more detailed. So what I'm saying is that when somebody like him is saying they had to build everything, when you like start off in life and you feel like you started off at zero, and that's what he felt, and he felt like he had to build his own life. It's still quite an accomplishment, even though he had to work for different people and all that. It's not what he wanted. He wanted to build something for himself, but he felt like he was just on the grind, just on this hamster wheel, just work, and it didn't pay off for his health. And then also there was something about the month of February. Stephanie, go ahead and tell me who you like me to connect you with. Do you see what I mean? Like they're dead in the future, and the future spirit visits your dream, not the present living person. It feels like a dead person, but that person isn't dead. Yeah, usually when you do that, it's not that you're talking to them, they're dead. You're talking to the person like in an astral way. My aunt's on my dad's side. Okay. So when you talk to someone, it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be dead. You can be talking to someone in an astral world, meaning you can talk to somebody who's alive and talk to their spirit. Okay, my aunt on your dad's side. I hope that made sense, Fontaine. Maybe that's a message for you. Maybe you need to learn that. Maybe he's trying to tell you to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because he was very, very insistent on that message. Okay. Okay. I'm calling you Premise 101, but is there another name for this? So I don't have to keep saying, or I'm just going to call you 101. Thanks. What do you think about that? You're just saying thanks. First of all, what is up with Stephanie? Okay, that's right. It did come through with Stephanie. You're just saying thanks, but does that make sense for you in your life for one? And you never told us about February. If anything about February made sense, remembering February. So hopefully we can get these confirmations. If not, you can always email me. If not today. All right, let's go, Stephanie, your aunt on my dad's side. But I don't know, that song like came on. Did you guys not see that song? Like immediately use the lyrics? Okay. Anyway. Aunt on your dad's side. So the first thing I feel like I hear, she's very, very excited. She's saying that she's been trying to get your attention for some time. She says that she died sisters for birthdays in February and you work hard. Yeah, so Fontaine, pay attention to what he's saying. I do work hard, so maybe he wants me to work less hard. Yeah, get the bigger message. Get it. Pay attention to the bigger message. Okay. Somebody else wants to break it down to her while I read Stephanie. But if you get what I'm trying to say and he's trying to say, because he's did not shut up about it. He had a big thing to say tonight. All right. I think your dad did an awesome job. He did a great job. Okay, Stephanie, let's go. She's very, very excited. She's saying that when she died, everything was kind of hectic. She kind of got this beautiful soul. Um, she's very appreciated. She's very appreciative of all the people who kind of like rooted for her, loved her. Um, she felt like she felt like she had kind of like like a choir of people giving her love, and that her death was like she slowly was leaving this world. She got a chance to kind of allow herself to exit this world with grace. She feels very gracious about it. I don't know if she was young when she died, but when I see her, she looks about 45, and it might be the age she wants to look, but she's showing me her a younger age. She's saying that she kind of felt bedridden, or I feel like she was sick, because she's definitely keeps saying that I had a chance to know what was happening to me before the disease took over my body. And the reason why she keeps showing me in bed, because she tried to be active, but she really didn't have a lot of energy. She's saying that, kind of, I've heard like this is the third time this seems like a different person. Okay. Um, well, this person, she doesn't have to have died at 45. Um, she's showing me this age. This is the age she likes of herself. Like this is the version of her. I would say 40 to 45. She's saying that she felt like she was bedridden. She felt like she was going like a little crazy at times, because like she felt like she was just kind of like in her head a lot. Like I feel like the person I'm seeing is almost like when somebody just kind of can't really say what they want to say, they're stuck in their head. But at the same time, she felt like very gracious for the time she did have. But it did feel like her life, from what she's showing me, is almost like Groundhog's Day. She felt like it was just repeating. She couldn't really say what she wanted to people. And I don't know, it feels like she was stuck. But she is definitely saying that she um, was aware more than people thought. So I kind of would venture to say that this person might have had dementia, or might have had Alzheimer's, or she just wasn't all the way there or something. She's insistent that she was dying and she had been dying for some time. That she not dying like you're on your deathbed, but she was ill for some time. And she says that to kind of confirm who she is, she says that what she's showing me something about the month of June and the end of June going into May. So, anyway, if you guys can talk back to me while I'm doing so I don't have to pause, um, and wait for you to confirm, it will just make these readings go a lot quicker if you just talk to me while I'm reading. So you don't have to wait, you know. You didn't hear about dementia. Well, you guys got to understand, like, don't take it literally. I'm just comparing, like, when you have a mind issue where you have, like, you know what I mean, where you're not all the way there. That's the best comparison I can give. So dementia, Alzheimer's, or you're just kind of like out of it, because she was showing me feeling like stuck, like she's sitting there. She felt stuck. She didn't feel like she could really tell people what was going on with her. She was very relieved to leave. She was happy to finally be out of this world. She felt like people didn't understand that she did not want to continue fighting anymore. Late June is my aunt's birthday. Okay. So she's saying, I didn't want to fight anymore. I didn't want to have to do this anymore. I wanted to be released. So what was she sick of? So when I'm doing the readings from now on, everybody just talk to me while I'm doing the readings. Like, yes, that makes sense. No, whatever. It will go a lot faster. If you wait, then I have to pause and wait, and it just drags every reading out longer, and kind of loses the momentum. I'm trying to kind of emulate, like, if I was doing a phone reading for you. Um, yeah, so if you can just kind of quickly confirm what she's saying about, um I was told she was to the hospital on her went to the hospital on her own and she died there. Yeah, that's why she's showing me on a bed, which would be a hospital bed, but she had some issues. She definitely had some issues that were going on. It wasn't just like out of the blue. She did not just die out of the blue. No way. That is not what she's showing me. She had some um, mental health issues. She had some, meaning like there was something not right, things were going wrong. Hey, chaos. I didn't get that. Sorry, I didn't check. Um, and things were, it was difficult. So it didn't just like happen out of the blue. Um, I don't know what your real name is. Is it Lorena? Because if it's Lorena, I did. So, yeah, I did. But I'm reading someone right now. I did get it, Melissa. I don't know if you heard me, but I did. She was alone in the hospital when she passed. She's not upset about it. That's what I'm saying. I think you got to understand. Okay, yeah. What you got to understand is that she is trying to tell you she wanted to go. She was tired of fighting. She had issues. You must not really know a lot because maybe you were young. Were you young when she died? Because you may not know about her life, but she is clearly showing me I struggled with things. I had difficulty in life, but I meant about her life in general. Like, do you know a lot about her life? Because she's very insistent. Like, I had a struggle and I struggled with my health. I struggled with my mental health. I was tired of feeling this way. I didn't feel good all the time. And she was ready to go. She wasn't upset that she died alone. She's like, I knew it was coming. I was ready for it to come. Please don't feel bad about it. I was done. I was 19. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard when I do a reading and you guys don't know enough about the person and their intimacy. of them or intimate details about them, it makes it a little difficult when they're telling me very intimate. So maybe just take what she's saying. She stayed at her house in another country for years. Um, at our at our house in another country for years. So um maybe you don't know a lot about that part. So just you know, maybe kind of like write it down and you can kind of check that out. Yeah, I did get that, Melissa. I said that before, but I'm just doing this reading. So just if you guys gave me a donation, you didn't hear me and you hear me reading someone else, just wait till I'm done with the reading and then remind me so I can follow through with this reading. Yeah, so I the one thing I know for sure is that people will be very insistent about what they have to say. It's not always what you want them to say or what you think they're going to say. Or in this case, she's very insistent on how she felt. And there was more going on before she died, and she was happy to go. You know what I mean? She's just like, I was done. There was some things she struggled with some things. The thing that I think everyone should understand that I hear from the other side a lot is that as hard as it is for us to let them go, when people get older or people get sick, especially when people get older, they get sick. They're very like, listen, this isn't just living, just surviving, just propping my body up and being here doesn't always feel really great. Like, we stick around and we want to be here for our families, but a lot of times we're just happy to be released of that. And that's what it feels like with her. Like she kind of suffered because she's talking about, like, when I saw her, she just kind of shows me like it looks like somebody who's like pale and almost like if you have if you're anemic, like there was something going on with her blood and there was just something not well with her, and she kind of knew for some time, and it caused her to sometimes get dizzy and spacey, like she had health issues. So she was just over it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just felt like that one was intense because she just really, really wanted to get her message across. All right, I'll see what song she's gonna play. I still feel bad I didn't go see her when I had a chance. I'm glad it's all better now. She doesn't feel that way. Like sweet morning dew, I took one look at you. I don't know what this song would mean. You are my destiny. Unless this is her era. How old was she when she died? You're all I need to get by. There's no looking back for us. I don't know. I just feel like the thing that I felt with her is that I feel like that. I feel like she was just like ready to go. She was happy to go. It's kind of weird. It's like she just was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I'm good. It was really interesting. I didn't feel anything negative, and I didn't feel anything negative about you at all. How old was she? Because this is like a 60s song. I feel like tonight we're having people be surprised at these messages because it seems like people are kind of talking tonight a lot about like, listen, people go through hell, people like have difficult lives, people have a hard time. Sometimes people just want to go. She was in her 50s. What year was that? I have to ask my dad for sure. What year would that be? If she was in her 50s, in what year though? Like last year or, what year would have that been? All right, let's go to Melissa. Anybody have any questions or comments or anything? And I know Fontaine might have left, but she said she was surprised at what, um, you know, her dad had to say. That's kind of some what people want to do when they come in, what people want to do when they talk from the dead is kind of teach us some things that they learn. They kind of want to help us not make the mistakes they made. That is the 100% reason why they want to talk to you most of the time. They're usually like, oh, okay, I taught you all this stuff when I was alive. Oh my God, I need to do correction. Let me correct some of the things I said to kind of help you go down your path. Who would you like to talk to, Melissa? Anybody have any questions or comments or anything? This that was Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye's song, by the way. All you need is me to get by, just in case. Thanks for the read. Yeah. It's like these are intense ones, man. These are intense tonight. There sometimes we get a theme. Melissa, where are you? Where are you? Who would you like me to talk to? And remember, so we can kind of get these readings going, be prepared and let's go. And then also try to like talk back to me in the middle of the reading so that we can just don't have to do the stop and push, pop and pull, stop and pull. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to like do the reading and go. Okay, where's Melissa? Where are you, Chaos? Where are you? Where are you? Any questions or comments or anything about this? I don't know what that song was about unless you know that the year she died. If she, then we would kind of know, you know, a little bit. I got you, Catherine. Okay, if Melissa's not here, I'm gonna have to move on to Lorena. Lorena, I heard her say it was her favorite song. I'm going to check this all with my dad, and I see him including the music. Okay. Thanks, Gnome Runner. Isabel, hey, Dale, hope you're doing well. I was wondering if there was any advice you could give me regarding my life right now, specifically school career. I'll have to come back to you, Melissa. I went on to Lorena. Um, just do me a favor, everyone, because I'm trying to like not drag all of these readings out. So if you're not prepared, I'll have to go to the next person. I got Catherine. Is that you, Nicolette? Okay, so it took me a long time to start taking step forwards, but it feels like I still won't be able to get where I know I had to move on. You weren't answering and I had to move on. So I'll come back to you, Melissa. This is what I'm going to do, guys. Otherwise, I will be here all night and you guys will be sitting here all night and I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Got Catherine. You know what I mean? I can answer her question. Yeah, I called you like a few times a while ago. Okay, I'll come back to you. So Isabel, it's been a long time since we take step forwards, but it feels like I still won't be able to get where. What do you want to be doing? Could you give me a reading regarding my life? I can't. Yeah, I have to be specific on intuitive readings. Be specific. A specific question. So work and career. Um, do you want to go to school or work? What are you saying? Do you want to go to school or work? What I need, like in the intuitive readings, one specific question, not like tell me about my whole life. So I think you're trying to say either work or career. I'm in concentrated school right now and I'm struggling. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Do you want to stay? Um, yeah, I didn't get anything for Nicolette. Nicolette, where did you go to? So I'll check. I did not get a notice for Nicolette. Did you say you sent something? Was it Venmo or PayPal? I'll check. Okay, I remember you talking about this before, Isabel, that you wanted to that you're doing that you were going to school. No, nothing came through. I swear. I'm updating it. We'll see. I feel like the thing is that what comes to me with you is that it's almost like you're not sure if this is what you want to be doing. What I mean by that is that it's almost like you're um yeah, it didn't go through, Nicolette. Just check one more time, make sure it went all the way through, and I'll check again as well. It almost feels like you have a half, one foot in, one foot out. You know what I mean? Like you're in this, but you're not in this. Like you're doing this work, you're doing this school, this is what you want to be doing, but it's like you're not fully believing that this is like real. Like, this has nothing to do with, um, your capability, or maybe this just isn't your passion. Like, are you sure this is what you really wanna be doing? Because when I see you, it's hard to find a place in it. I don't see anything I'm particularly good at. I feel like it's not so much that I don't feel this is who you are. I feel like you're an artist and you're trying to do art through makeup or cosmetology, cos, whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're trying to do your art through that way, but in essence, you're actually really, really like an artist. This is really who you are inside, and I don't feel like you feel comfortable expressing it this way. I almost see you like doing art, like actual art, canvas, drawing, or something, painting, whatever. Yes, I love makeup. I think that's my main passion interest, but I enjoy it more on myself. Yeah, I don't feel like I feel like you might want to realize you're more of an artist. The reason why you might like doing it on yourself is because you're not looking to be a makeup artist in the sense of like doing people's makeup for film and TV and such. It almost feels like you like the idea of creating the art. So maybe look into doing more art. Like, how can you turn this into more an artistic expression? So, I don't know if you already do this, but if you did like videos where you're doing makeup on yourself, it's a very big difference of doing that and doing it on others, or even incorporating art school, like different art classes. I really want to try doing tutorials or YouTube, but I'm nervous it wouldn't go anywhere. This is the thing. Whenever you do something with the intent of it being successful, and that's the only reason to do it, then don't do it. That's funny because I can do art to save myself, just makeup. Yeah, I don't. I think you should. It kind of feels like everything is negative a little bit, like you're not being open to things. This is what I'm trying to say. It I don't mean like art isn't just drawing. Art is having expression. Art is learning how to express. You have to kind of, it's like everything you're saying. If I do YouTube, it won't go anywhere. Oh, I just draw stick figures. You know what I'm saying? You have to come from a place of like, this is who I am. I want to do something. I want to express it. But if you do it like I have to succeed, and that's the only way to do it, or it has to like pop off right away, you have to have patience. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this reading. If you don't have the patience to hone something and to figure out your own path in it, and you're like, if I don't see the results in it right away, then forget it. Nothing's going to work. Yes, that's the main thing. I want to express myself through makeup and hair, but I don't know if I can do it. I know, but you got to let go of the end goal. You can't just do something. Whenever you're trying to do something and you're trying to build something for yourself in life, if you're like, I'm trying to build and I need to end up there, otherwise forget it. If you're not doing it right away, that is never anyone. Whatever you guys see on TV and on TikTok or YouTube, It's not real. People hone something. People, you got to jump in, you do it, you fail, you learn, you hone it, you tweak it, you keep going. You don't do something and go, I got to be awesome, else forget it. It just doesn't work that way. And that's what I said. There's kind of like a negative connotation you're going in with this. You're like, if I don't go in and I'm amazing right away, then I suck. That is not the way it works. Anybody who's successful builds, hones, practices, keeps trying, keeps doing it. Even if something doesn't work, then you try another thing. And that's what I meant by art school. I didn't mean like you're going to go off and be an amazing artist. I'm saying someone goes, maybe I'll take an art class and it will help me learn how to look at things from a different perspective and look at lighting and look at the shading and kind of learn something. You got to learn all the aspects of things. So, what I would say to you is, I feel like the reason why you're struggling is because you're not having the patience. I just have to be blunt with you. You're not having the patience and you're not being willing to take the time to just learn something and not do well at it sometimes and then learn from it and keep going. It's like if you don't do that, then you won't do anything in life. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Melissa and Nicolette. I don't know what happened, Nicolette. Nothing came in. It showed up that it went through on my end. I can forward. Okay, no, it's not that. It's just really. Oh, Nicolette. I'm a ding dong. Sorry. Okay, Melissa. Hurry up, Melissa. I'm going to start reading Melissa. I think she already posted it, so I don't want to make her. But please, while I'm reading, talk back to me, okay? Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait. Where'd she go? I lost her. There she is. I'm Melissa right here. Who did you say you wanted to talk to? Your grandma on your dad's side. Um, I got you, Nicolette. I apologize. It never popped up as an email. So that's some bullshit. I think I'm going to do Nicolette. You were before Catherine because yours came in before Catherine. And she's like trying to stay awake. So I'm going to do Melissa and then I will do Nicolette. Okay. Is it too late to get on the list? No, it's not too late. Okay. Melissa said grandma on her dad's side, I think. And I'm just going to read her. And if you hear me, you hear me. If you don't, you'll have to watch the video because I got to keep going. My grandma on my dad's side. All right, here we go, Melissa. Makeup school, maybe that can be sort of an art school. I have to kind of move on, Isabel. I gave it to you. I hope that helped. I think you need to kind of hone it and practice and really, really, really dedicate. That's why I said at the beginning of reading, I felt like you're not being dedicated to this and you're not allowing yourself to really take the time. Anything in life takes years, 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 and years to learn to hone it. So you can't expect like you're in school and you should get it like that and be awesome. It doesn't work that way. Nobody ever does things that way. Yeah, Jasmine, I have prices on here. So it's 15 for an intuitive and 20 for a medium. So it's not just like any price. So you would have to add 10 more if you wanted an actual reading. Okay, ready, Melissa, let's go. I'm not doing like, any amount readings. I'm doing like a certain price donation. All right. Okay, gotta move on. Here we go. Grandma on your dad's side. Here we go. Have I read for this person before? Okay, got you, Jasmine. Have I read your grandmother before? I feel like when I hear her, she's like, okay, cool. Then I'm not going to go through how she passed. So she's saying like she felt like she just kind of wanted to mostly tell you a couple of things. She's saying that lately you've been kind of stuck and you haven't been moving forward. She's saying that she's been trying to kind of help you and get your attention and kind of open you up to moving in a different direction. She feels like that her passing helped her kind of let go of all of the things in this world that held her back. She didn't feel like she had choices in her life. She felt like she had to do what she was told or she was pushed in a certain direction. Um, she didn't feel like she had a chance to kind of, you know, just express herself. So she feels like you're getting caught up in other people's stuff, your family stuff, that, you're letting your family get to you and kind of like mess up your own path. So remember when I'm reading, if you guys could talk back to me. If you don't, then I'm going to have to just leave the reading with you and move on to the next person, meaning like I can't like do the keep stopping and waiting for people to talk back. So hopefully you'll respond back during the reading. If not, then maybe we will after when I'm moving on to somebody else. I'm not moving on yet, but I'm just saying I can't really do what I've been doing because it's taking too long. So she's saying that, that's kind of been her main thing. She's tried to like talk to you through dreams. She's tried to talk to you through music. She feels like you're very stuck. She says it's like you're in quicksand and you won't get out. You won't move forward. It's been very frustrating to try to kind of get you to like change. And if there's anything, she goes, I can't do it for you. You keep asking me to like make things happen, but I can't. And this is kind of my reminder to people that the dead, they're not gods, they're not all knowing. They can't like magically make things happen in your life. They can only like suggest things, they can only kind of drop things in your ear and kind of help you move you in a certain direction, but they can't like make it all happen. So she says, she's heard you like talk to her like you want her to make things happen, but she can't do all of that. You have to kind of rise up and do some of these things yourself. She says you'll have an opportunity something's going to come up this September, meaning like obviously not the September that passed, but the September coming up, and that this will give you a chance to finally move forward, and it's up to you to decide. She loves you and she cares about you, but she's a little frustrated because you've not been allowing yourself to move forward. You're letting yourself get too stuck. Um, that makes sense. So she's saying that um she's also saying something about look in the mirror, really look at yourself. And when you look in the mirror, really look at yourself, listen to yourself. You're allowing a lot of other voices to influence you. My family's really messed up. And she's like, yeah. She's like, you're letting a lot of everybody else influence you. And if you keep doing that, you're never gonna move forward. She suggests you find a way to cut them off or move in another direction. Something like cut them off, or not that you probably sounds like you can't totally cut them off, but it's almost 2 a.m. I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks again for the read. Of course, yeah, good night, good night. Um, and that you do have to kind of move in another direction. So that's mostly she's trying to get you away from your family. That's really her message. She says something about like, oh, I told you already, September. And this January, she says this January will be very eye-opening. You're going to absolutely see what's truly going on. I do keep asking for help, but also always grateful. Yeah, she can't make things happen. The dead doesn't do that, everybody. They can't make things happen. They can't. I know people think that they can help, they can throw a little bit your way, they can guide, they can do that, but they can't go like, boom, here you go. I've done all the magic for you. They cannot. And she says it's been a little frustrating because you're wanting her to fix things and she can't. She's not God, she's not all powerful. She says you have to get up off your butt and you have to start making things happen. She can't fix it all for you. It doesn't work that way. I don't know what this song is. Some way, baby, it's me, it's part of me. You're laying waste to Halloween. Your friend is on ahead of the street. What the hell? I don't think this is right. Oh, wait. You're in the walk off your feet, and once I knew I was not going to sit straight away. I don't know if this is right. I don't know. I'm going to try it again. It's like the same. Don't worry, because I believe. I don't know. I don't know if those songs kind of match. Maybe my song thing is off. I do asking for help. I don't know. I probably should have let it play because there were lyrics that were interesting. That's probably my bad. I do keep asking for help, but I always get grateful. Do this, I do, but they keep finding me. Well, I don't know. That's what she's saying. I think you should take heed to it because her message was pretty strong and clear. All right, Nicolette, what's your question? This is bothering me. One more time. Let's get Nicolette's question because I know it's late for Nicolette and I feel really bad that I didn't see. I don't know why I didn't get an email. Here we go. Let me do it better this time. This feels more fitting. Madness. My mentally unstable ex is still trying to contact me on all my social medias and have blocked him, but then he will message me, my friends, and my family. Do you see him actually popping up to me? Damn, Nicolette, didn't you have a dream about that chaos, right? That sounds like her. It also kind of fits Nicolette, too. I was like, okay, get off your butt. Okay, but that song Madness. Nicolette, didn't you have a dream about that? I just don't want to be naive about the situation. Can you see where he's mentally? Nicolette, didn't you have a dream about that? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Okay. That's crazy. Yes. Mm-hmm. Interesting. What did we think about the dream at the time? Because maybe you were right about it. All right, here we go. I'm going to check him out because I don't like it. A lot of times I have nightmares with him as the star. Yeah, okay. Crazy. So he's been trying to reach out to you. All right, hold on. Let me see him. Let me see him. What's going on with him? After Nicolette, by the way, so that you can be ready, Catherine, and then last will be Jasmine. And then I'll have to close it. Let's see what's going on with him. Let's see him. I'll remote view his butt. Yeah, he's definitely 100% looking at you. He's looking at computer screens for sure. I know. But you know what is interesting is he's trying to get like dirt on you or information on you. It's almost like he wants to sabotage things that is going on in your life. Um It's not just about him wanting to get together with you. It's like he absolutely doesn't like that things are going well and you're doing well. It's really odd. And I feel like it's because you're finally getting things going. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this, which I don't normally say this. So this is a little witchy stuff. You got to do a return to sender candle. And I'm going to tell you how to do one. Because here's the thing, he is kind of trying to sabotage your life. It's not just that he's trying to get you and wants to get a hold of you. It's almost like he is trying to talk about you to people, trying to like sabotage the shit you're trying to build. It's almost like he's mad that you are living your best life, so to speak, and doing your thing. And he's trying to taint the waters and make it difficult for you. Hold on a second. I just remembered something. Um, so this is what you're going to do. You are going to do a return to sender candle. You're going to get a candle. You can get any type of candle, preferably get like a soy or a beeswax candle. You can get them on Amazon. But if you don't want to wait for that, you can go and get one. Um, and get one somewhere. So you get the candle. You need to get some oil. You can get like frankincense and myrrh oil online too, but I recommend if you it depends on how fast you want to do it. If you want to do it like quickly, then you can go to um, the store and get these things. If you want to wait a little bit, and I'll tell you some things to do until you get the candle, then you can go to an Etsy site called Niche. It's Niche. I'll type it in here, Soul Niche, and buy. I think they sell oils in here. I think they sell oils there too. Um, but anyway, you can get any like Etsy store and get frankincense and myrrh oil. Take the oil, wipe the candle, wipe it all over the candle. Take some incense and cleanse the candle. Get like a you can get like a quill, but that's a little bit over the top. You can also on Amazon get a candle carver and carve in like your initial, his initial, and then a line between the two of you and him, and then carve in like the sun, and then carve in like a circle at the top of the candle, like moving at the top, circle at the top. And you can use glitter if you want, but you don't have to. But you just got to light that sucker up, take it, hold it, blow your energy in and hold it and meditate on it that you need to return to sender any of the shit he's sending your way. Before you do and then burn it all the way down. And then once it's burned, I can help you scry it. But before you even do the candle, you need to sit here and say, I return to sender all negative energy sent my way, sent the way out. When I see him, he's definitely trying to sabotage your life. He's trying to kind of cause havoc. He's trying to cause people to like turn against you. It's almost like he got wind that you're doing this, you're doing that, and he's like mad about it. He's like, feels like he might have helped you get there or helped you in your life, and who do you think you are? That's what it's about. It's not so much that I don't I feel like if you feel like you're in danger or something, then obviously like if is he like stalking you like a big baby? Like is he like threatening you or any of those things? Because if it's threatening or anything, obviously you have to go to the police. But if you just are knowing that if he's just trying to be like, "Hey, what's up?" and you keep trying to block him and he keeps contacting you, is that what you're saying? Because that's different. So, whenever somebody's trying to do something like this, you want to return to sender. So I know it's late there and I know you got to go to sleep. So I wanted to leave you with that. If you don't remember any of the things I said, no, not threatening, but I wouldn't put it past them to just pop on by. But that's what you do. You do return to sender lastly. And if you don't remember any of this, email me or DM me and I'll remind you what I said, but you can also play this part. I hope you're writing it down. Also, in this, anybody listening, you can do this. Imagine that you have porcupine spikes all around you, and that when he's going to like reach out and touch you and say hi, he gets pricked. You know what I mean? Like it pricks him. So, like, you kind of imagine porcupine spines, like you kind of, and then also when you're saying return to sender, you imagine you're sending those porcupines. Basically, you're sending him like an energy that's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So that when he thinks about you or wants to be near you or thinks about wanting to contact you, it'll feel pricky. And check a Etsy. All you need on Etsy is like an oil. You can get the candle on Amazon pretty cheap. Um, you can do soy. The reason why I say soy is because soy is softer, and when you do a magic candle with soft, it just makes it easy. It'll burn down quicker. And I have a video on this, I think, on my YouTube. Okay. And on my Patreon. I'm pretty sure on my Patreon I have one for sure. All right, Catherine, you are next. He found a Snapchat and then my business IG, so that's how he knows I'm doing it. See? I told you. Thank you, Katie, for being on top of it. See what I'm saying? He saw your Snapchat, then your business IG, so that's how he knew he was doing now. See, that's what I'm saying. He just got pissed and wanted to sabotage. Do that magic candle. I'm telling you, the shit works. I would do the candle for sure. Okay, cool. And then let me know. And do the things I said tonight. When you go to sleep, say I return any, like say the saying. And by the way, any one of you listening, if you want to, if you ever want to ward off people who are wishing ill will upon you, then when you go to sleep, say anybody who is sending negative energy and sending energy my way, I return to sender and kind of actually gesture it and almost imagine like you're pushing it out the window, like, and then put the spikes, like imagine you with the gold light, but poofing out like a porcupine fish, like a blowfish, and all those spikes are out so that you don't feel welcoming. Okay, here we go, Katie. Great grandmother on my maternal great grandmother on your mom's side. All right, here we go. Have we talked to her before? Great. So the first thing I hear is that she wants to say hello and she's very pleased and she's very pleased with you. She appreciates all of the respect you've given her, all of the like wishing well, like you've kind of given her I don't know if you've done like an ancestor honor of her, but she says she appreciates that you even care about her because she is your great grandmother. So she's like, she doesn't have to like, pay attention to me. She does feel very like she's talking about that she used to really enjoy um creating things. Like I don't know if she's knit or sewed or something, but it's almost like somebody who definitely did things the old way. Like she definitely did things where she liked to do things herself or make things herself. Like she didn't really want to go to the store and do everything store bought. I don't know. I want to say like home I guess today we call it homesteading. Oh, that's really sweet. She was a great cook and baked and could make anything without a recipe. That's what I was gonna say. I wanted to say it's almost like homesteading. Like she said that, there's a lot of comfort in life when you kind of take the time to decide what you want to put in your body, what you want to put on your body. Like she really enjoyed it. She enjoyed the slow life. That's what it is. She said, I never really wanted to live a fancy life. I didn't really want to live that kind of fast paced life. I had a very traditional life and I don't feel sorry for myself. Unlike a lot of women I talk to on the other side, she enjoyed it. She enjoyed taking care of herself and her family. And she says sometimes when you just, her advice to you, Katie, is that sometimes when you just kind of enjoy what's in front of you and you go, this is where I'm at right now, this is what I'm doing right now, instead of like always feeling like something's missing, there's something more out there. She just kind of took life one step at a time. I know he's mad because he just can't move on with his life, and I am returned to sender, bitch. Okay, a good night, everyone. Thank you. All right, good night, Nicola. Yes, so it just that was a different tone than your grandmother, Katie. Took a we went a little bit to the right there. Okay. Yeah, so she says that she wants you to know this, and I feel like I feel really good with this, you know what I mean? It feels like she's kind of reminding us all that when we're hard on ourselves, because in this world, today's world, this is what she's saying. When the focus is productivity, be productive, get things done, get things moving. She says sometimes just appreciate the very simple things in life. And that's how she was. She liked a nice candy, a nice cake, sitting on tea at night. She goes, remember, slow down. And she says to you, like, let yourself slow down sometimes. Don't feel so hard on yourself. She hears you. She hears the words you say to yourself, and all you do is beat yourself up a lot of the time. And you aren't very kind to yourself. So she's reminding you to like remember to be kind to yourself and remember that's really her big important message. Now she just showed me March 12th, which is weird. I don't always get these dates like March 12th, but that was specific for some reason. And she's talking about boats and sailing and the water and the sea on all that stuff. I'm trying. Yeah, I know. I hear you. She's talking about like whenever all else fails, go and look at the water or a tree. And she says this is what helped her. Um, she also says that with your mom and kind of the the evolution of your mom comes from your grandmother, which comes from her. She said the women on your side of the family were very like tight-lipped and they didn't really share a lot and they didn't really kind of believe that women should step outside their lane. Like there's like this weird feeling of like just stay in your lane type of thing. And she's saying, she's not telling you to do that, but she says the women in your family are guilty of that, of kind of suppressing their emotions. So she says, don't do that. Be different. Be okay about expressing and put your feelings out there. Because your mom wasn't good at it, your grandmother's not good at it, and she wasn't good at it either. So you be different. Does that make sense? So that's just kind of like her thing. And she didn't like talk about her passing because she said that she passed. It was very easy for her. She knows that she was going to die. She succumbed to it. She felt like she lived a good long time. And she was it's almost like equivalent to dying in your sleep. And go ahead and Let's see what song. Let's see if she'll do a song for us. See if I can do it right this time. She died a 101-year-old body. What? Well, no wonder she's so chill. God, no wonder she's like, listen, take life by its. Well, we should all listen because she lived a long time. I'm taking her advice tonight. Damn it. All right, here we go. Okay, really? The song is happy. Really? Don't kiss in front of me, it makes me sick. This just look like happy. I'm not bitter, well maybe a little bit. It sniffs glitter, if it helped me feel. I mean, these lyrics aren't 100, but it's the chorus. Wait, you'll hear. If it was my birthday, I'd make a wish. Song is called Happy. I love the song. Sometimes I kill relationships for art, and I start up shit as part of fall apart. I pay and build it. Then I pay the price for it. Watch them fall apart, and I just want to. I go apart. Oh, I just. You hear those lyrics? Okay, there you go. That's Grandma. Let's move on. Let's move on to our last reading of the night. Jasmine, I mean, come on, man. Was that like not spot on, everybody? What the hell, Grandma? Thank you. I am taking Grandma's advice. Thank you very much. Who lived to be 101. I am taking her advice. I don't know about you guys, but I am taking Grandma's advice. I'm going to listen to her. Okay? Done. Whatever you say, whatever she says, I'm listening. I don't know about you guys, but I'm listening. I can't believe my super Baptist grandma. I swear. Well, she's not Baptist on the other side, honey. That doesn't exist. And maybe that's the point she's trying to show you. They're not Baptists on the other side. That shit is like not even a thing anymore, guys. That's not who they are in that realm anymore. Maybe she had to do that to really make a point. All right, Jasmine. Wanted to know the potential of a possible romantic relationship between me and one of my guy friends. Yeah, I know, right? She always has a sense of humor. I mean, I'm going with Grandma's advice. All right, let me take a look at this guy. A particular person, Jasmine, someone you're dating. Romantic relationship between me and one of my guy friends. Okay. Let me take a look at him. Okay, here's the thing, Jasmine. Straight off the bat, you sure this is a friendly relationship? He is very attracted to you. You guys are very flirty. No, not someone dating someone I know for. You guys are flirty with each other. You flirt with him. He flirts with you. This is a very flirty situation. He is very like lion eyes, like tiger eyes for you. He's like, you know, he's very tiger eyes for you. He's very attracted to you for sure. So yes, I know you want love, probably. I know you want him to feel, but you got to start here, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, he's very, very interested. But I don't know, you do all this little batting of the eyes and the flirting and all this stuff, but then like nothing happens because I feel like he's waiting for a real signal. You know what I mean? Like you're a little guarded with him, so he's not really sure. He's kind of like, I don't know, she can be that way with every guy, I guess, and I don't know if she's really into me like that 100%. I mean, maybe she just flirts with everybody. I don't know. So he's just not sure. If tomorrow you were like, you, me, and you laid a kiss on him or something, he'd be like ready to go. So he's very interested. So what's the problem? So we all want to know, what is the issue? You're attracted to him, he's attracted to you. There's a lot of flirting going on. He's very interested. He's fun, he's smart. He's a little bit of a player, but so are you at times, meaning like you both attract people. But I feel like what really goes on is that he's just not sure if you are just kind of flirting or if you really are interested in him. You know what I mean? Like maybe this is I feel like he sees you and thinks, I just don't want to get hurt and worried to see if the connection is just flirty or genuine. It has to start like with flirty. Okay, everybody. Like, what do you want to do? Sit around and talk about, paints, colors? I mean, it has to start with a spark. It has to start with some sort of something there, and it has, you know. And yes, you know what I'm saying? And so it started with that, and he's willing to go there and see where it goes from there. But I like it. I feel like you guys are fun together. I feel like you guys are good friends, like you're best friends, and you have an attraction. That's what you want. You want your best friend that you have a spark with. Like you guys would have a lot of fun together. So I think you need to kind of nudge him. What a lot of times, ladies, what you don't know is that the gentlemen want to have a clear sign you're into them. You guys just all think, oh, they're all walking around like they know their shit doesn't stink. It's not true. They definitely are like, I don't know, maybe she's a pretty girl, she's beautiful, she's hot and all this stuff. Like a lot of guys like her. I mean, whatever. I mean, maybe she's just flirting with me, but she's used to a lot of guys flirting with her. You know what I mean? So he's like, I don't know. I don't know if she sees me different. He actually did a reading with you about me too. I'm just scared to really cross that line. What? He did a reading like on here on your YouTube on this about you? What? So you guys are sitting here checking each other out and yeah, so he was the one who kept saying, "Yes, man," wasn't on your YouTube though. Oh, it was what? Okay, listen, I'm done. He was it was the one on one with you. Okay, I'm done with you two. Listen, listen. Here's the keys. Take them and go find a spot together. All right? And just out of curiosity, what does the universe have to say to Jasmine and our mystery man? Jasmine, get together. I know, Jasmine, get together. I mean, really? Wait, I have to breathe. That's really what it says. Oh, by the way, the song is called Happy by Julia Michaels. Ooh, one of my favorite singers. Okay. Blue mind. No, 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 no. That's not it. That's not it. Here we go. I can do it. Or yeah, she can do it, right? Hello? Is it Hello, it's me. It's me. This is what you need to say to him. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to me to go over. Yeah, come on, go over it. Come on. Everything. No, just kidding. I don't know if this is the song. Time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much. Hello. By the way, can we all agree Adele stole my career? Thanks, everyone. I'm seeing him soon. He's coming home from the military and we're hanging out after years of not seeing each other. Or we'll see what happens. That's crazy. We haven't seen each other in 10 years. See? Adele said it best. Thank you, Adele. And here's the thing. She stole my career because, I'm supposed to have that voice. Apparently, the universe screwed it up. They forgot. And they just said, no, you'll just, talk to dead and see people, and people think you're a freak the rest of your life. We're going to give this wonderful voice to Adele. I was like, the paperwork got it wrong, people. Yes, you welcome, Jasmine. Please, I feel like we're all third wheeling this reading. I know. Listen, here's the rule, Jasmine. You got to update us. We all need to know. I come on every Tuesday. I don't know if I should come on next Tuesday because I know everyone's going to be doing Thanksgiving stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I should come on next Tuesday, but I come on every Tuesday normally. I might skip next week because I know you guys will all be doing your family stuff. We need an update. Okay. We need updates. Updates, Jasmine. We all want to know. We all want to know. Listen, even Adele wants to know. See? Adele wants to know. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. My work here is done. I wave my magic wand. I will definitely update you seeing in December. I wave my magic wand to you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. I love that we ended that on that positive note. Get it together, Jasmine. Get it together. We all want to know what's happening. I will definitely. I'll be seeing him December, so I'll update. Awesome. Okay, cool. We'll all be waiting to hear. Thank you for the great live stream. Thank you, Gnome Runner. Thank you, everybody. Everybody, have a good night. Follow yourself. Follow no one. Don't forget to listen to the latest podcast episode, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.